Merry Christmas again, and thanks so much for joining us on the very special Christmas Day Life FM in-depth behind-the-scenes director's cut edition of the extraordinary Christmas show. It's not feeling gangster enough for me, though.
Yeah.
Wow. That would change the tone a little bit.
Yeah. Christmas
Who's got a freestyle?
Day.
Don't.
No, I will
Christmas
not.
Day.
No, we've learned our lesson on that. It never works. We are doing a bit of a Christmas Day special, getting to know the Life FM announcers a little bit better, and also looking back on the year that was.
Well, one thing about Christmas is it is often quite reflective. Not only do you hopefully get a few presents, but also you get a chance to look back on the year that has been. And, when you asked us, Bjorn, to prepare something for what we had learned for Christmas, I was like, I actually had to think quite hard, because as you get older, you do less things for the first time, right? And you do less things that you actually have to teach yourself. Maybe because as you get older, you are much worse at learning new things.
You're a man of the world now, Josh. You've seen things. You've done things.
Exactly. I've experienced most things in life by now.
What's left to be invented? Everything's been invented.
Well, I've got two things that I've learned this year. The first thing that I learned this year was how to properly gut and dress a pig.
Nice.
Okay.
Good.
Dress it.
Well, just make it so you
Sherryn,
can.
don't ask.
Yeah, you don't want to know the details.
Anyway,
Are you having
look,
pork for Christmas lunch?
well, a lot of people will be having Christmas ham. Exactly, and you don't want to have that go bad or anything
So
like
you've
that.
seen the process from forest to table, is what you're saying.
Yes. And I feel like I'm well on my way to mastering that skill. And the other thing, also it's, along a similar vein, I've learned to fish with soft bait and light gear. And I've had some great success, caught some great fish this year. So that's two of my highlights of the year have been both involving the deaths of some animals. But to provide for the family, I think is something that's quite special.
Yep. And especially when you put it that way. What a lovely sentiment on Christmas Day. Hi, kids. Merry Christmas to all the children listening. Hug your pets tonight.
Perhaps in 2020, Josh, you could take up gardening and maybe grow some food that way. Carrots, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like raise a pet
beautiful.
sheep or something. Give life next year. Who knows? But anyway, you asked me what I'd learned, and that's two skills that I've gained over the last 12 months.
Well, amen to that, my friend. Also speaking about family Christmas traditions, Sherryn, what does Christmas Day look like in the
The Thai household.
Yeah, I was just trying to decide on which last name we go with now. But yes,
it's
Thai,
been a
of
few
course.
Years. Yeah, no.
You're still saved in my phone, though, as your previous last name.
Sherryn Collins.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, it even sounds weird to say that now. I feel like I adopted my married name so quickly. My Christmas tradition is one which I've actually just started this year, and I'm very pleased by this. I've actually shared it over on the Life FM Facebook page at the start or just before the start of December. So the idea is that you read one chapter from the book of Luke each night before Christmas. So it's like there's 24 books in the book of Luke, and it's almost like a countdown calendar. So by the time you get to Christmas Eve, you will have read the entire account of Jesus' life.
That's
You'll
cool.
wake up in the morning on Christmas Day and actually have a greater understanding of why we celebrate Christmas and who it is we're celebrating. So I really like that new Christmas tradition. Might even go out of my way and make it into more of a storybook, make something for when, I don't know, one day kids come along. That'll be fun to actually have as an already instated Christmas tradition.
I'm quite a good drawer if you need an illustrator.
Yes, please, you've got the job.
Well, that is fantastic. That's pretty cool. Maybe something people could try out for next year, because it's one that you've got to be prepared
You
for.
got to start early with that one, yeah.
Yeah. Leanna, most memorable Christmas you've ever had, what stands out?
Well, look, when you say something like that, most people will think of the great times that they've had on Christmas Day. And there's been many of them, but one that stands out to be the most is Christmas Day. I must have been about 6 years old. And at that time, we were still celebrating Christmas with our extended family, the cousins, the aunties and uncles. It was great. Our family wasn't too big by this stage. My mum made me a dress for Christmas Day. I picked the material. It was purple velvet. She sewed me a dress, and I was so excited because I was allowed to wear it on Christmas Day. And I was like, no one else has what I'm wearing. It's a designer piece, basically, made by my mum.
At 6 years old, you already had that sense of one of a kind.
I was
Nice.
so stoked with this beautiful dress. I rocked up on Christmas Day, giving everyone a bit of a twirl in my dress, one piece only. My cousin walks in. She's the same age as me. Her mum also sews. Obviously, my mum and her mum had a chat, and they made us matching dresses.
Oh, no.
And so my cousin was wearing the exact same purple velvet dress that I thought was an exclusive one-off piece made just for myself. No, turns out she was wearing the same dress too. And I was pretty mad. We had a family photo. I looked real grumpy.
Whoa.
Maria, your mum Maria probably got a good deal from Spotlight on some
If you
fabric.
get an extra metre, 50% off.
Man, I have so many photos of my cousins and I at Christmas time. My cousin Siobhan and I, we would always be in matching outfits. We
See?
loved it, and I don't
That's
know why
fine.
you didn't.
That's fine if you've planned it. But if
Yeah.
you go into it thinking that, guys, I'm going to show everyone my Christmas present dress.
When your 15 minutes of fame runs out and the spotlight gets turned off as a 6-year-old, that's hard to take. I feel your pain, Leanna.
So very memorable for me.
Yeah, definitely. Eloise, we are playing some of our favourite Christmas songs. What is your favourite Christmas song/carol?
All maybe 50 or 60 songs from Pentatonix. They're Christmas songs, amazing, but I can only choose one. I'll go with O Come All Ye Faithful.
Fantastic. All right, well, here it is for you now. It is the Life FM Christmas Extraordinaire.